Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm gonna quickly bring you up to speed while I put on some makeup for the day. So at the moment of me filming this right now, I don't know if this is the first video back after a few weeks of not posting or if the New York vlog went up before this, but let me catch you up. So the last vlog I posted was a weekend in my life. I immediately started filming another home vlog, and it was like a full week in my life home vlog. And I lost the SD card. Still can't find it. And I was so gutted. It was like 3 hours worth of footage. So then I go to New York and I start filming a New York vlog. And while I'm in New York, my camera breaks. I have the first several days of New York footage, but I just randomly stopped vlogging in the middle of New York because my camera broke. The lens cap wouldn't open. Like when I turn the camera off, a protective layer comes over the lens as it retracts. It wouldn't open. So I have half of a New York vlog. I've been editing it and I'm trying to see, is it like worth posting anyway? The thing is, when I was in New York, the first half of my trip was a lot of very influencery New York Fashion Week things, a lot of events, a lot of parties. And then the last half of my vlog was gonna be more just like enjoying New York things. Is my makeup? My moisturizer's pilling. And so as it stands, the vlog is mostly just New York Fashion Week things, and there's not a lot of like just enjoying New York, doing normal things out and about in the city. And I'm currently undecided over whether or not I should even post that, just because I genuinely don't know if just me going to random events and things is even like a vlog that anyone would care to watch. Something else that happened while I was in New York that is quite a bit more positive. Is that our stuff came. So as you can see, I've got some boxes behind me. These are books for the bookcase back there. The house is a bigger wreck than it's ever been. If you've been following along, you know this saga has been very long and very dramatic. This shipment has taken over 3 times as long as they told us it would take. Obviously, what they told us was an estimate, and I understand that estimates aren't always accurate, but 3 times as long is crazy. The company, which I do not recommend, also kept tacking on all these extra fees, citing various reasons, which to be honest just didn't seem legitimate. And so the price of the entire service, even though it took over 3 times as long, ended up doubling. And then they sent our stuff to the wrong country. They sent it to Ireland. But after all of that, it finally got here. And after 4 months, our stuff is here. And so this is the first of many unpacking, settling in, finally getting the house sorted types of vlogs, and so I'm excited about that. Something else I wanted to chat to you guys about, because it's just affecting me and my life at the moment. I briefly talked about this on TikTok. Is this light actually going? I briefly talked about this on TikTok, but I've been having health issues for about 5 weeks now. Health issues that I have attributed to just depression this entire time. I've been having a lot of issues with fatigue, with oversleeping, and I'm an insomniac, have been since I was 12. And so for me to be oversleeping, to feel like unable to wake up, is very unusual. And I'll have nights where I'm literally sleeping like 12 hours in a row, 14 hours in a row. I'll pass out at 8 p.m. and by 10 a.m. the next day, I feel like I literally can't wake up. Kind of like when you take a melatonin or a sleeping pill and you just feel like almost hungover from it and just unable to wake up and very groggy. That's how I've been feeling, and I've been steadily gaining weight since I moved. And I have just attributed all of this to the depression. But the thing is, I've been depressed since moving. That's been 4 months. I'm bipolar. If you're new to my channel, hello, welcome. I have bipolar disorder. And so I'm very used to depressive episodes, but 4 months is not normal. 4 months of depression with no relief is absolutely not normal for me. And so I was thinking the other day, I was recording an episode for my podcast Prologues, and I was talking about my sleep stuff, and while I was recording, it hit me that the only thing in my life that's really changed, I mean, obviously I moved to a country, like all these things, but something in my life that's changed that could potentially be causing this is I had to change my birth control. And in the US, I was on the same birth control for 5 years. It was amazing. It was a very low estrogen birth control. I'm very sensitive to estrogen because I already have high levels of estrogen. Love that birth control, never had an issue with it. They don't carry it in the UK. So they put me on the closest thing they could find. But birth control is so particular, it's so finicky, and I don't know if this is the case. I'm going to go to my GP, but maybe it's birth control. I also talked about this on TikTok and I was actually shocked because I got about 100 comments saying that also sounds like it could be thyroid. So I've ordered a thyroid test. It's an at-home thyroid test. In the UK, you can order one from just like Boots, and then you take a sample at home, you send it off to a lab. I'm a little bit skeptical of that just because it's an at-home test, but I'm gonna do that first. And then depending on that, maybe I'm gonna go to a GP, maybe I'll find a naturopath or a natural doctor. Like I said, it could be a number of things. I actually don't know, but it's been causing health issues for me. I've been depressed. I've been very, very fatigued. It's just crazy. Like I'll leave the house once during the day to run an errand, to take the dog for a walk, something like that. And I come back and I literally feel, it was like almost when I had COVID and I like couldn't walk across the room without feeling just like sick. That's how I feel right now. And I've been steadily gaining weight, which doesn't make me feel my best. I paused for a second to give the sun a chance to move a little bit. People were also saying, you know, you live in Scotland now, you really need to be taking vitamin D. I am taking vitamin D. It is a gummy, so I don't know like how good it is. It's just a random one off of Amazon. Whatever the case may be, I have decided I've decided that it's gotten to the point where I would like to get medical treatment because it's been rough. That's not what this vlog is about. I just wanted to mention it because it's going on in my life right now and I just share things like that with you guys. But anyway, this is an unpacking vlog. I have been super overwhelmed with I'm so glad that our stuff is here. It is very overwhelming though. We had some friends come over on Sunday to help us unpack things, and that was what those are the clips that you saw at the very beginning. So happy that they came and did that. That was very nice of them. And also quite needed, just because we would not have been able, well, we would have been able to do it on our own, but I wouldn't have been able to carry some of the furniture with Matt. I'm trying to think of how I want to break the tasking down because it is such a large job. We've been trying to go in increments. I'll show you the entire house though, just because the house is so crazy. I've been working on it, but I want to make even more of a dent so that when he comes home from his business trip, there's like a little bit more progress. I'm doing my makeup a little bit nicer than I might normally do if I'm just staying home all day, because I've told myself that if I do a great job at unpacking today and I'm very productive, I'm gonna reward myself with a solo date. I'm just gonna head to the townhouse, probably. Just a little solo date. I love a solo date. It's been a long time since I've been on one, and I figure like Matt and I, at the end of this month, will have been apart for over half the month, which is crazy. Absence makes the heart grow fonder, but I'm fond. I don't need all this absence. But we might also be apart for half of October because Matthew will have to go to the US, and then later in the month I'm going to the US, so we're both going to the US at different times and to different places. I feel like this is a really long life update, but because it's been a couple weeks since I've vlogged, I just feel like I have so much to tell you guys. I also need to record a podcast episode before I leave. My first goal for the day is going to be the bookcases and then setting up my perfume over there and just generally getting this room back to rights, because then I'll pack for Croatia in this room. And then I don't leave for the airport until 3:30 tomorrow, which is amazing because I'll also have time in the morning tomorrow. I would love to be able to work on more of the clothes and then just getting the kitchen completely finished. Most of the kitchen's already unpacked, but the kitchen is a mess because the whole house is a mess. I would love if Matt could come home to a clean kitchen, because I know the kitchen is like the one room in the house that really stresses him out if it's not clean. And so I would love for him to come home to a clean kitchen. So I'm going to work on that. But today I'm going to do the bookcase. I'm going to have to unpack some clothes today to find like my summer clothes to take to Croatia, because I obviously like didn't bring them any summer clothes here. I need to, oh, lawn care is starting. I need to wrap this up. So I need to find like all my swimsuits. I need to find my sundresses, just stuff like that. I will show you the whole house in a second, but Matt unpacked the pantry. And we brought our entire stash of LMNT with us. I don't know if you can see how many boxes there are. Literally one whole box was just LMNT. So I'm gonna go ahead and make one for today. I'm gonna do a little raspberry, I think. Notice the mattress in the hallway. It makes me so happy when you guys reach out and tell me that you love LMNT. I know it's something I've talked about so much for the last year and a half, but that's because it is truly a part of my routine. From the moment I discovered them, I've never gone more than a few days without having one. I'm doing a raspberry one today. Ooh. Let me fill it with water. I'm sure you've heard me talk about LMNT by now, but if you haven't, it's an electrolyte and it's a drink mix powder and you can mix it in with whatever you prefer. I just drink it in water. I love the taste. It's quite salty, but I like that. I even use it to rim drinks sometimes. Like one of my favorite drinks right now is a Paloma or a margarita with LMNT on the rim. It tastes so good. And over the last year and a half, my reason for taking it varies. Right now, I would say I'm prioritizing my electrolytes because of the brain fog and the fatigue that I'm having. That gets so much worse when I'm dehydrated. Back when I lived in a hot climate and I was exercising outside and just sweating buckets, I was drinking them every single day because it was the only thing that kept me from being dehydrated. I drink them when I'm hungover. I drink them when I'm sick. I always take them when I'm traveling because airplanes dehydrate me. Like I will probably take at least 30 of them to Croatia because I'm gonna give them to my friends. If you're an athlete, if you live in a hot climate, if you do have a low sodium diet, if you just struggle with dehydration, I think electrolytes can really improve the way you feel on a day-to-day. They most definitely improve how I feel. If I'm dehydrated and I have a full tumbler with an LMNT, I start to feel better. I lose the headache and I have more brain clarity within like an hour or two of drinking one of these. There's just simply nothing I don't love about them. I love the taste. I love the way they make me feel. I've tried so many electrolyte supplements on the market. These are the best. These are by far the best. So LMNT for the last year and a half has been kind enough to give me a link that gets my viewers a free drink mix powder with a purchase, which is a great deal if you want to try out all the flavors for yourself. So I'll put that in the description box. This is going to be my fun drink of choice while I get started on the unpacking. I think I just want to show you guys the house so you can kind of see where we're at, and believe it or not, it actually looks better than it has for the last week because we've been working really hard on the unpacking already. I was gonna start vlogging the second the stuff got here, like the second I got home with all the boxes, but it was literally so overwhelming that don't worry, there's still plenty of unboxing content to come, but it's actually better than it was. Hi, sweet boy. This is his hot spot. I'm not gonna zoom in on it because it's a little gross, but he's just not feeling his best. But he's excited because he has all his toys back. We had to leave so many toys at home and all of his toys are back, including his favorite. We brought this Highland Coo. His name is Angus. We brought him home when we came back from Scotland last August, and we didn't even have Fergus yet, but we just knew we wanted one for little Ferg. I do have to keep an eye on him when he's playing with this one though, because some of the spots have worn thin and they're stuffing, and I don't want him to eat the stuffing because that can cause a blockage. So I have to keep an eye on him, but it is his favorite toy. He's had it from the day he came home. He used to be, this is crazy to think about, he used to be the same size as this toy. Little boy. Hey, little boy. Oh, you got eye boogies. You always got eye boogies. Anybody else's dog just really want to eat their own eye boogies? You love your little cow. Yes, you do. Oh, big stretch. Oh, big stretch, big stretch. I'm going to head upstairs so I can show you top down. The front hallway just has a bunch of recycling. The living room has loads of boxes. That's an open suitcase still from New York that I've been unpacking. This is actually also still from New York. These are my dirty clothes that I need to wash. And then lots of recycling. I don't even know what's in that. We've got some rugs and just loads of boxes. Then we'll come through here. And then all of these boxes are books. This is just like general mess. This room is just messy. So I need to get the books out of here. This was my health order. I've discovered that you can get Poppy and Olipop on health now. So that's really exciting for UK girls. It's such a relief to have Poppy here. Now that my dresser from the US has arrived, it's gonna be living in the basement, but I don't know if I'm gonna use these shelves as my makeshift dresser anymore. I guess it kind of depends on how much space I need. It might become another just like purse or shoe thing. Obviously my purse shelves, that's just PR, and then those are the books that I have out already, and then my perfume. So these shelves need to be completely tidied because there's just like random crap on them. I need to remember to take that downstairs and wash it today. Hello? Fergus. That's our mattress that we brought over because that was before we realized that king size in the US means something different than king sized here. So now this mattress is too big for any of the bed frames that we have. We have a super king bed frame and that's still too big for it. It is the most comfortable mattress either of us have ever laid on. I don't want to get rid of it. We're not really sure about that one. When we got here and realized the difference in bed sizes, we were like, oh no, we have a mattress coming that we don't know what to do with. Here's the kitchen. Believe it or not, you guys, this is actually the most put together room in the house. I did have a breakage. This was a piece that my friend Cassie on Cape Cod made for me, a berry bowl, like berry strainer, and it broke. So I need to fix that. These are all my perfumes. As far as I can tell, none of them have broken. There really are just boxes everywhere. And then most of the stuff is in the basement. So just random stuff. I am not even gonna show you that room. That's where the dryer is, and it's where we're keeping all of our clothes. I've ordered tons of clothing racks that I'm gonna put around the perimeter of the room, and that room with the dryer is just gonna become kind of a walk-in closet for both of us because this house doesn't have a lot of closet space. We have 2 wardrobes. It's just not enough, but I'm not even gonna show that to you right now because of how much of a mess it is. Then we have this room. On Sunday, this just had an insane amount of boxes in it because all the furniture was wrapped and packed so tightly, and this is why friends came over to help us. But I'm sure you recognize some of these things if you've been around for a while. My beloved bookcase, which now that I have a bookcase room, I think this is gonna be a PR and product storage cabinet. I've got my 2 desks. I don't know if they're gonna stay like this. This is gonna be an office room for me and maybe a podcast recording space. So happy to have these. I love my desks. I love my desk chairs. This gingham desk chair is just everything to me. And then this is that cowhide rug I got from TK Maxx that I ended up not liking because it was really monochromatic, but Matt said he liked it, so I didn't get rid of it. I found the clothing bag that has my bikinis in it, so that's super helpful. Fergus no longer needs his crate. He hasn't been in his crate in a really long time. He just sleeps in the bedroom. And he is now old enough that he can roam the house while we're gone. It's taking a lot of trust to get to this point. But yeah, we don't use this crate anymore, but I feel like we're gonna keep it, just in case. And then that is his travel crate, which hopefully we never have to use again. I don't think I want to travel internationally with him again. So much packaging, so much recycling. Our friends told us that you can have the council come and remove trash. I'm gonna look into that, and if not, I'm just gonna hire a trash removal service to come and take all this recycling because it's a lot. And then all of these bags are just clothes, personal effects, my beloved trunk, which I use as a craft cabinet. So I've got all my yarn and all my like crochet needles and stuff back, which is amazing. My bookcase, my dresser, which I just love. We're gonna use this dresser as a TV stand, actually. This entire room is gonna become an entertaining movie space, hangout space for us. So I wanna get a big L-shaped couch to go on this back wall. And then it's kind of far away, but I'm gonna use that dresser as not only a dresser, but also a TV stand. I'm gonna get a karaoke machine. We're just gonna turn this into a hangout spot, like have a mini bar down here. That's the plan. I'm really excited. These are all clothes, shoes, bags, blankets, bedding, everything you can think of is packed away here. My tree. I don't even know why we brought this mirror. I don't even like this mirror that much. I don't know where this is gonna go at all. It just feels amazing to look around and see familiar items. Not sure where we're gonna put that. Maybe that's gonna be a coffee table down here. Fergus. Oh my goodness, that's not good for your hips. Fergus, that's not good for your hips. What are you chewing on? Oh, that's Daddy's AirPods cup. Drop it. Drop it. Good boy. That's Daddy's AirPods cover. You're not allowed to chew that. That's kind of where we're at. Isn't it, Fergus? That's where we're at. That's what's going on, isn't it? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. My little puppy. My big puppy. I kind of want to get the bigger version of this mirror to go up in the living room on the back wall. The previous owner had a huge mirror on one of the walls in the living room and I thought it looked amazing, but I don't know, maybe we'll see. I also feel like I should get an interior decorator to just help me figure out how to best maximize the space, to offer furniture recommendations, to help me decorate. Because again, this house is just so gorgeous. We're gonna be here for a long time and the house is so cool. It deserves to be decorated in the best way possible. It's too cool of a house to have it be limited to my mediocre design knowledge. So I'm thinking about that. If you know anybody in Edinburgh or even like in Glasgow or outside of Edinburgh, but who could travel to Edinburgh, let me know because I'm in the market. I unpacked all my books except those ones which are cookbooks, which will go in the kitchen. I had to get rid of so many of my books before moving. You guys saw me do my whole bookcase clean out. So this is what I have left. And then on the bottom right, those are our board games. Clearly I have so much book shopping to do because I want to fill out this whole thing, obviously. But it's definitely nice to see some more progress being made there. Hey guys, I'm in the basement right now, as I'm sure you can tell. Having a little pick-me-up. An IQ bar, toasted coconut chip, and a Coke Zero. I put this in the fridge this morning. Ooh, I knew I was gonna need this today. Yum. Okay, so that's out of the way. Making these little jump cuts is what takes so long, but I really like how the video came out, so. But yeah, so that took a while, so I need a little break from being in that room. Supposedly these IQ bars have brain nutrients, and I also just took my mushroom adaptogen focus gummies. Fergus looks so cute right now. I've come to the conclusion that it's just not in the cards to have a solo date tonight. I just think I have too much to get done. I did put the ingredients to make a dirty martini in the freezer though, and I decided I'll order in and I'll have a solo date tonight at home, and I'll make a blue cheese dirty martini. I like to stuff olives with blue cheese because I love blue cheese, and then it makes the martini like even more filthy and wonderful. I've decided to switch tacks and come down here, and I think I'm gonna start putting clothes in the dresser, but also opening all the clothing bags and pulling things that I need to take to Croatia. I feel like that's a two birds, one stone situation. I'd love to be able to give you guys really dramatic before and afters in this video, but this is just gonna take such a long time getting the house set up that unfortunately I think each vlog is going to have incremental progress, but progress nonetheless, so. Okay, this looks literally so much worse. I have made progress. I know it doesn't look like it, but I have made progress. Although frustratingly, I've gone through all of these bags, and the one dress that I set out to look for because I want to wear it to the winery in Croatia, I couldn't find, of course. The one specific thing I was looking for, I couldn't find. The fact that the more time I spend on this, the worse it looks instead of better, even though I am making progress, is giving me really bad anxiety, so I think it's time for a break. It looks like I've done nothing. I swear to God, I've been working all day on this. It literally just looks like I've made it worse. Okay, Matt's had such a crazy day the last 2 days, so we just haven't really been able to chat. He's working like 12-hour days on this trip, and so I can't chat to him about the house, and so I feel like that's holding me back a little bit too, because there's just some decisions that I feel like we need to make together, which is fine. And like, there is no rush. I know there's no rush. The only rush is that we just obviously don't want the house to be a mess. We want to get it done, but there's no like time limit, and I know that. Okay, you guys, I'll be here. I'll be right here. Hi, you guys. It's the next day. I've gotten myself all packed, and my hair is like half wet. It's drying right now if it looks crazy. I have about an hour until I need to call my taxi to the airport, and so now I really just want to get the kitchen looking a little bit less like a train wreck so that Matt doesn't come home to a crazy kitchen when he gets back. So I'm just gonna turn on some music. Just gonna clip my hair back while it dries, turn on some music, and try to get everything looking a little bit better. think I'm gonna end the vlog here. I've done some work in the kitchen. It's looking a lot better. Not perfect, but a lot better. And in my like 40 minutes that I have left, I just want to play with Ferg a bunch because I'm gonna miss him. I always miss him so much. Being a doggy mom is such an emotional commitment. Thank you for watching. I know this was chaotic. There's so much more still to do. And when I come back from Croatia, I'm gonna be home for a month, 5 weekends. Yeah, so a month. That'll be good because I can really get some work done. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the unpacking vlog. Hope you're excited about the fall vlogs and the unpacking vlogs to come. And I will talk to you guys very soon.